Hello, Grinch Twitcholeen here. I miss seeing you, and it's so good to see you, and it's almost Christmas time, and I want you to come to my house, and I'm going to show you some fun things that you can do for Christmas. So just follow me through. And guess what? I'm going to take you. I'm going to open the door and show you outside because there's something that I made that I want to talk to you about. Okay, so open the door and look what we have here in the snow. Oh my goodness. What do you think of that? And I made those myself. I can't believe it. And I'm going to show you how to do it. But I have to tell you a secret. Just come on in the kitchen and then I'll show you how I make this. I think it would be best if you would just Google this to find out the instructions, because it's basically, it's like making water balloons, only you put coloring in first, and I think it's best if you use liquid coloring and make sure your mom helps you or she approves of all of this. And then you fill up the balloons and tie them and put them in the snow. And it sounds so simple, but guess what? I can't believe this happened. I'm trying to fill up the balloon. I take the balloon and I put it on my faucet. Oh, it's really hard. And I'm sure you're better at this than I am, because I was never really, Granny doesn't go out and do water balloons things, you know, and have all that fun, so I had to do this. Then I turn on the water and I put green food coloring in when I tried this out, and guess what? The water came in and then something happened and it just splashed right up all over my face and all over everything. So I don't know if I want to turn this on or not. I will try. And fill it up. Not too bad. There we go. And then we just tie it, and sometimes it takes Granny a long time to tie it, so I might not succeed. Oh my goodness, it did happen. And then we just take it and I just put it out in the snow. Oh, I'm so sorry for you that don't have any snow. I'm sorry. You can put it in your freezer. And then the whole thing freezes, and then you just take a little scissors or something, have mommy help, and just take the balloon off, and you have the frozen balls like out there. Does that sound like fun? I hope you have better luck than I did, because I didn't do very well. But I will set that there. Okay, now on with the show. Some of you love peppermint, some people don't, but it's a fun thing to do. I want you to look over here on this third shelf down where it says Lee. There are some lollipops, and we are going to make those, and they're really, really easy. Okay, this is how we do it. Okay. Take just a regular pan, and you buy the Starlight Mints at Walmart. They're only 98 cents. And you just have to cut them straight across, pop them out, and then I just put them on the tray, and you have to make sure they're at least 2 inches apart. Whoops. And then this is it looks like it's really easy, but it's so hard to keep these on top of the suckers. You're supposed to lay it on top, but the minute you move it, then they come off. So I will show you. Sometimes you have, this is really important. The temperature is 275. And then you just put them in the oven, but you're going to have to adjust it when it's in the oven. And I've got some already made, but it's hard to get them to stick on. Again, Mommy will have to help you. And you set the timer for 4 minutes, just 4 minutes. And then you take them out of the oven. And you have your lollipops. There they are. And guess what? You think you don't put anything on the pan, nothing. And you think it's going to stick, but it doesn't. But you have to wait until they are totally cool. And then they come off. And then, well, that was kind of lopsided. But this is like 4 minutes in the oven. And it's so fun to see the final results. There we go. There we go. You can even, they also have green colored Starlight Mints, I think. I will put those there. And see, that doesn't take too long. And if you don't get them done before Christmas, you can have fun doing things after Christmas. Is who everybody knows about the Grinch, but do you know about the Grinch Fudge? That's really, really fun. And so I have some here. This is the fudge. Here we go. We had a party a while ago, and I made this, and I wanted it to look like a plum pudding. And so, but I used chocolate. So I made 2 chocolate cake mixes, but if you do this, you want to go there and get the kind where you add things to it, like like sour cream and more oil and things like that. And this even had chocolate chips in it. So get a good recipe, and you do it twice. You have 2 cake mixes. That one cake mix makes 2 layers. The other cake mix makes 2 layers, only one. Side of this, really good. And then the batter goes about up to here. And then you can frost them with chocolate frosting. You've got 1, 2, 3 layers. And by the way, this looks kind of funny because I'm hiding the back, because guess what? We've been eating it. So I think that frost the cake and put the layers on, which would only be, like I said, 3 layers. Then I just mixed a little bit of sugar and water, so it was just heated, and then I put in chocolate chips, so it was all melted. But you could use powdered sugar and have it quite runny and have it a little warm so the chocolate chips melt. So, and then you want it to set, and then you want to keep brushing it with that, because I kind of wanted a cake look and not a frosted look. You know, I wanted a kind of a plum pudding look. And then when it's all set, I just kind of put it in a cool room. And then I melted white chocolate, like chocolate chips, and I melded them. And then I just poured it over. I was afraid it was going to go into the brown, but it didn't. And it just poured it down. And then this is just the decoration. I washed these and dried them so they were clean. And then you get the effect of a Dickens plum pudding for dessert. Okay, so if you want to do that, then you can look at the recipe or Google it, and you put it in the freezer, and then you freeze it. And I forgot to have this filmed when I was writing it. I get nervous about that anyway. Then you can write on it, and I just wrote Noel. And then it's really, really fun. Again, I've got the leaves that are washed and dried, and nobody eats them, I hope. And then we just put the leaves on, and just stick the berries there. And one more final touch. White sprinkles. Okay, and the recipe that I used is I did 12 ounces of limeade concentrate that you can make into a punch. Just the concentrate, and 1 sweetened condensed milk, and 1 cup of whipping cream. And I hope I've got my proportions right. Double check on the Google to get the right recipe. And then I freeze it, and there we have it. So it's really, really easy, and you don't need to write on it, or you don't need to do anything, but it's a fun, good dessert. And I kind of serve these two together. There you go. How many of you made a snowman before? Well, we are going to make one out of bread dough. And you can buy Rose bread dough, or you can homemade bread dough that your mom has made. Now, I've made some here. And 1 batch, like a little over 2 cups of water, makes 3 snowmen. And the way we do it, I divide it in 3. And the thing that's good about this, it's so easy to make. It doesn't really matter. So much how perfect it is. You just get 3 different amounts, so they're just kind of even. If you want to make 3 snowmen, that is. Okay. And then you use flour, and you just kind of roll it and roll it. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but what you're working for is you want to keep stretching it like that. And guess what? I have been working on a book, a Granny Twitcholeen book. Well, I went to where all the snowmen go. And I think it will be coming out in January. And then you can see how much I love snowmen. There we go. And guess what? We have to let it rise. And they will get to be about double in size, okay? And so I'm just gonna let those rise. And now we have one all baked. And you can see he's not perfect, but we're gonna turn him into a happy snowman. You all know about markers, but these are a very special kind. They're food markers. You would never use a real marker on this. And I tried to find some today, but maybe they're sold out, but maybe you could get some online. I think Wilton does it. Yeah, Wilton. And all you need is an orange one and a black one. And so here I go. So I'm just going to leave him like that. And then I'm going to show you what we do. Then I got these stacks. I won't put it in the top. Packing wrap, I think, on State Street, about 9400 South. And you can get different patterns, but I wanted the snowflake pattern. So we got it all wrapped up. And then you can do whatever you want. You can tie him. This is just plain twine, and you can, even go out and get a fresh pine bough and put on it, or whatever you want to do, or maybe holly like that, or nothing. And guess what? He's going to join his friends now. He's a jolly, happy snowman. And here's his friend. So, I'm just showing you can just tie a small ribbon around it, or you can put a big white plaid ribbon. And it all stems and have a great time together. And then when they want to, you can just slice the bread. Okay, there we go. It's fun to do marshmallows. We've got a great big marshmallow and the little marshmallows. And it's like Mommy and Daddy and 2 little snowmen. And the way we do these are the same thing. Ta-da! Guess what? You can actually put him on a stick. Let's see, how would we do this? Yeah, you can do that. Or, the sack here, you can put him in a sack. You've got come in different sizes. And just for a treat, you can just stick them in. Or you can do them in a plain sack. Let's try a plain sack today. Alright, there you go. And if you want, you can actually put them together too. And then you just tie a little ribbon around and give a treat to your friend. There we go. Okay, now we are going to do the fun part. This is really, really fun. All you do is stick a straw in a marshmallow. And then stick it in this. Okay, and then it's best to put these in the fridge and then they'll set up. Okay? We buy them already made. And, whoops, sorry. Already made, and then I just open them up. And I can easier, but it's nice to make your own. But sometimes time doesn't work out that way. I'm dipping these in the white chocolate, and if you do them in the chocolate almond bark, then it looks like a great big fudge-sicle. Now we can just put whatever we want on it. There you have it. We'll set those in the fridge. Sticks, and we know oranges are good for you. This is a treat that's really interesting. Okay. orange. And I am going to take a knife. And Mother has to do this. And put a hole in it. Okay, can you see that? Oops. Then you take a peppermint stick and only Bob's Sweet Stripes, because a candy cane for some reason doesn't work as well. It has to be kind of a porous one. And the last one I put this right on top of this. Maybe that's the best way to do it. Put it right on top. Whoa. Okay. It looks like it's starting to, right away. Then guess what? Oh, I forgot. Before you do this, you want to roll your orange around so it's nice and juicy. And then guess what? I hope it works. You're supposed to drink the peppermint and hopefully the orange juice comes up. Let's see. Okay, it's barely coming. Give it time. We'll see. Just hope, I would just wish you well. Okay, I guess I'm going to put everything over here so you can look and see if there's anything you want to make. Hey, a Merry Christmas to all of you. I hope it's a wonderful, wonderful holiday. And remember, as we are celebrating the birth of our Savior, may you all have a happy holiday and everybody enjoy the holidays and have a wonderful new year. And hopefully you can try some of these things. And I have 2 Granny Twitcholeen books out that tell about my adventures at Christmas time if you would like to read them. Okay, so happy holidays everybody.